That's what friends are for. Jane and Mandu were riding their bikes near the river. Jane was riding fast. As she was going down the hill, she rode faster and faster. Mandu said, "Slow down, Jane, slow down. You are riding too fast. Slow down, Jane." Suddenly, Jane hit a sharp rock. She looked down and saw her tire was flat. "Oh no!" she cried. "I have a puncture." "Don't worry, Jane," Mandu replied. "I will help you fix it." But Mandu and Jane forgot to bring the pump. Mandu said, "I will ride home and fetch my pump and repair kit." Mandu rode back home, leaving Jane with her dog. "I will never ride without my pump again," Jane muttered to herself. "I will be back soon." Jane waited and waited and waited. She felt very hungry and thirsty. "Soon it will be dark," she thought. "I wonder if Mandu will come back before it gets dark." Then Jane saw Mandu riding down the road with her brother Dumisani. Jane was very happy to see them. "I am so glad you are back," shouted Jane. "Thank you for coming back. Did you bring the pump and repair kit?" Dumisani helped the two girls repair and pump the tire. Then he said, "Let's go home before it gets very dark." The children rode back home in the moonlight. It was a long ride. They could hear the frogs croaking and the owls hooting. They could hear the crickets chirping and the mice squeaking. "Home at last," said Jane as she gave Mandu a hug. "Thank you, Mandu," she said. "You are a good friend." "That's what friends are for," Mandu said. And now see if you can answer these fun questions about the story. What kind of transport did Jane and Mandu use in the story? How did the tire on Jane's bicycle get a puncture? Who did Mandu fetch to help Jane fix the tire? Jane and Mandu heard creatures chirping and squeaking. Do you know what these creatures were? What sound does a frog and an owl make? Nocturnal animals sleep in the day and are awake at night. Are there any nocturnal animals in the story? Now try and retell the story to someone in your family.